Hope y'all are doing well today. So I've got a lot going on, and sometimes things happen, but yesterday was a nightmare. We were smoking a pork belly to make our bacon, and time got away, and the pork belly stayed in the smoker for about 12 hours, maybe a little longer. And so I've got to deal with that. But I also made a part for a job that I'm working on, and because I've got so much going on, I'm in a rush. Sorry about the camera work. The part's garbage. So let me show you. So you can see the tool post. It's set up to do a grinding operation. And I've got to resurface this cylinder here. So we made a mandrel and threaded it 12 TPI. A couple spacers on here to keep everything tight. And I'll roll the tailstock back and get it back in place before I turn this on. But evidently something is out of square. Don't pay so much attention to this. Pay attention to right there. There's a lot of vibration in there. So yeah, I've got to remake that mandrel now. So the only thing I can figure is that when I made the mandrel, I used an old piece of stock that I had. Hold on a second. And I made everything, cut it all, and when I was threading it, I didn't take it out, and I don't know. I don't know what happened. So there's the mandrel. Yeah, I just don't know. So anyway, that's the project today. Remake the mandrel, redo the work I've already done, and try to get caught back up. It happens. Okay, so after sitting down for a while and looking at things and getting some rest, I think I figured out what I did wrong, and I'm gonna have to remake the mandrel. There's no way around it, so we're gonna get started on that. But let me explain what I actually did and what I think caused the problem. So all right, so this is the mandrel that I made, and I cut it off here and cleaned the grind up. All this is after the fact, but I think what happened is that when I cleaned this, tapered this up and cleaned it, I did not clean the entire rod up. There was still about 6 inches out this way that was still not right. And because of that, I think it was uneven. If you look up here, you see the part where I'm holding it hasn't been cleaned. I've cleaned all of this from the end here all the way out is parallel to the ways. Well, the problem is if I take this out at any time, like I did this to put a keyway in it, and then I put it back in, this is not necessarily parallel to the ways. So I can get a wobble out here. I was trying to save time and not cut it all the way back. And I think when I put this back in, I rotated it, and that's what created the wobble. So I've got this piece cleaned, it's parallel, but I'm going to take this out, flip it over, and we're going to clean this side up to match this side. That way the entire bar is parallel to the ways, and that should get rid of the wobble. Okay, you can see we flipped it around. This is the part that was holding the chuck. I've started making a cut. You can see how that side's not cut, this side is. So I think because I was chucking up on this, trying to skip a step, I think this is what caused the wobble. So live and learn. Okay, y'all. So I took it to the saw after I finished that last cut, and I removed the piece that was down here. I went on and I made a couple of spacers out of those pieces. So you can see on this old one, so you can see on this old one, I can take one spacer, it'll drop down and fill in that area if I need. The other one has kind of a collar on it, so it'll slide down over the threads and acts as a lock. So don't know if I'm going to need them, but I've got them. They're already drilled, they're centered, and I didn't waste that piece that I cut off. Now I've got it back in the lathe. We've recentered it, and it is the same diameter and the same plane from here all the way to here. So now we're going to cut this section back to make the relief for the bearing to fit on, and then we'll cut this back for the threads. Okay, I didn't get you much of me actually doing the tool post grinding. Like I said, this is a rush job. Like I said, this is a rush job, and I needed to get it done. But I do want to show you what I did. So let me turn the camera around. So you'll notice that my workpiece, the spacer, the nut, and then the tailstock's down there. I would have preferred to have had the tailstock in here for rigidity, but I couldn't put this perpendicular to the work surface with the tailstock because it would interfere. So I chucked it up as far as I could while still leaving me a space to zero. And it seems to have worked really good. I didn't have any wobble to it or anything. I probably could have refaced the stone so that I could put it at an angle, but I don't have a diamond tool for these stones yet. I'm trying to find one, but I don't have one. So there's my post grinder. You can see how it's set up. I just took the tool post off, attached that. I did put a cover down to protect my ways. And that's it. So, yeah, these are done. So now I can send them back to the owner and I can move on to the next job. So this has been an adventure. I bought this tool post grinder almost 2 years ago. And at the time, I thought I was going to do more with like gear shafts and things like that, and I was going to need it. This is the first job I've done with it, so I'm glad I've got it. It took a little trial and error to get it set up, but it's up and running, and it did a good job. The finish on these was really, really good. So, yeah, hope you're having a good one. Take care. God bless. I'll see you on the next one.